I think unmistakably the hero of your book is your mom.
Yes.
I mean, I think it speaks really loud and clear. And I'm going to just read you quickly a passage and ask you to comment. This that really struck me as to how special she was, or is. It goes, my mom raised me as if there were no limitations on where I could go or what I could do. When I look back, I realize she raised me like a white kid. Not white culturally, but in the sense of believing that the world was my oyster, that I should speak up for myself, that my ideas and thoughts and decisions mattered. My mother showed me what was possible. The thing that always amazed me about her life is that no one showed her. No one chose her. She did it on her own. She found her way through sheer force of will. I was nearly 6 when Mandela was released, 10 before democracy finally came, yet she was preparing me to live a life of freedom long before we knew freedom would exist. Can you sort of comment on that? Or?
Well, one thing we couldn't deny growing up was we were living in a police state. And one of the biggest things we were taught growing up, whether it was my grandmother, my grandfather, my aunt, whoever it was as a black child, you had to be twice as good.
Right.
You knew that you weren't afforded the same liberties, you weren't allowed to be making the same mistakes. Because there was a system that was waiting to imprison or kill you. And so you always had to be twice as good, twice as polite, twice as, just twice as a human being. And my mom, to a certain extent, bucked that trend and that system. She brought me up as if I would be in a world where I was free to express myself. She brought me up as if I was going to live in a world where I wouldn't be oppressed. Now, I guess, it's an extremely risky gamble because she had no idea that it would end, but we lived as if it would. And so my mom always told me, she said, speak up, voice your concerns, challenge me as your mother. That was the one thing my mom, imbued within me was the idea that I could challenge her authority. Don't get me wrong, I was still on the end of many spankings from her, but I was told that I could challenge her because in challenging her, we would both learn. And I still try and keep that with me today. I tell people, I'm proud to say that I don't know. I don't know most things. And what's great about not knowing is the joy of filling in that void, or even knowing that you can still learn new things. A lot of the time, I don't know why, we learn our entire lives and then we become adults and we go like, oh, we know now, we're done, we know. And we don't. There's always something new to learn. There's always an idea that we can change. But my mom always encouraged us.